If you watch my test on the PlayStation 5 playing Monster Hunter Wilds, you know that I actually suffered playing it. But I'm playing it now on the PC and testing and sharing my again my opinion after playing the PlayStation 5. I have the 3070 Ti running Full HD. What you see here is me running on ultra graphic settings with FSR3, again Full HD, and with the 3070 Ti, and it runs super smooth. And I'm telling you right now, the game, this is the way I want to play a game like this, with this type of high quality visuals in super smooth frame rates. When the frame rates went down, which I'm going to show, of course, some other things that I try, I just not the same game. It just felt bad. This game was designed to really, not designed, but you feel that it's much more enjoyable when you play it at least 60 FPS. Of course, it could be a bit less, but again, I haven't played previous titles, so, you know, I'm coming to the game as it is, and definitely this is the way I want to play the game. Beautiful, stunning visual, great lighting, the game looks stunning, and playing with FSR, it's actually surprised me. I was expecting some, you know, jittery gameplay, expecting some artifacts and things like that, which I saw, of course, when I played on the PlayStation 5, but it wasn't like that. It was very, very sharp. The only problem that I had is ghosting with my character. Now this is very noticeable because when you move, you can actually see the ghosting. It's quite significant and it doesn't stop. It's kind of consistent all the time. But the thing is, because my focus wasn't actually when I'm playing on the character, I didn't notice it a lot, but it's there, definitely. Hopefully this can be addressed. Now, another thing worth mentioning that I read on third-party website, they mentioned that Capcom is aware of that, and they said that this is not the latest version, and some of the graphics issues, performance issues that people are mentioning are not there in the latest version. So again, this is not directly from Capcom, but what I've read kind of roughly on other third-party websites. But what you see here, look how beautiful it is. Look at the textures. Look how organic it looks. It's stunning. It's not even the same game that I played on the PlayStation 5. It's just completely different game. The way for me this type of game is designed to be played is what you see here. Beautiful, stunning, organic looking creatures. It's already animated perfectly. Beautiful lighting of the environment and very smooth gameplay. That's how I want to play the game. So I can play it with the 3070 Ti with Full HD with FSR, and it works and on ultra graphic setting and looks incredible. So basically, it's not like the engine is not capable of delivering very high photorealistic graphics. It is. You can see it right in front of you. The important thing is that when you run FSR, make sure to tick the frame generation. This is what actually makes it run so smooth compared even to DLSS. Now, if you have the 40 series of NVIDIA, you will enjoy also frame generation, which is a significant difference. This is if you want really to get very smooth frame rates. Again, right now, as of the beta, DLSS, I didn't check, but I believe that if it runs so well like that with frame generation, it will run also very well, especially if you have an NVIDIA card with frame generation as well. But my card doesn't support it, and I did notice the difference. So I can play still on Ultra, even without DLSS, but, you know, around the 30-40, again, on Full HD, 30-40 FPS, which again, it's playable, but definitely I want something faster. Alright, so this is DLSS. Definitely with DLSS and Ultra, I can play the game like that, but I want something a bit faster. So what you see here is basically DLSS, Ultra graphic settings, on I think performance DLSS, and yeah, first impression very good. But keep in mind when you have many people playing with you and you have some visual effects and things will dip, right? You can really check it here in this particular situation, because things will get, you know, with lots of visual effects and all this crazy stuff happening, you're going to see a drop in frame rates for sure. So it needs to run very smooth already, especially at the beginning if you test it out. But the best thing to do is just go to combat, especially when there are other players, and test it out and see how it works there. So here again, I'm still playing on Ultra with DLSS, and again, of course, this is already against a monster. Yeah, definitely playable. I'm just saying, definitely playable. Again, this is DLSS, Full HD on the 3070 Ti, and they can definitely play like that. But the extra that you get when you move to 60 FPS just makes the game way more fun for me. I mean, hands down. Then I went again to the camp where I started playing the game and decided to check out, you know, the textures and how things look in this particular area. So you can see here this DLSS. Now I'm kind of using it, and yeah, it still felt when I use DLSS with Ultra, I feel that there's some jitterness. It's very visible when I turn or do something kind of quick. You feel that it's not good. I mean, when you just run straight, then, but when I turn or something like that, the frame drops. So it wasn't good in performance. I don't want to play ultra performance because it impairs the visual quality. I don't like it. Now, if you just to reduce the quality to low, you can get, of course, much higher frame rates. This is and some people would prefer that. And to be honest, yeah, of course, if you look at the ground, it's kind of blurry, but overall, I think it's worth lowering the resolution in favor of higher frame rates playing the game. This is my opinion. Again, 3070 Ti, Full HD. Now I'm changing it to high and NVIDIA DLSS. And I still wasn't satisfied with it. It wasn't. There's no chance. And I'm quite disappointed. I mean, that's the thing. If you don't have frame generation, it's going to be quite significant. Frame generation is a technology. Sometimes in many games, I prefer playing with FSR than playing with the DLSS because of frame generation, because it significantly impacts the performance. Although in some games, it just looks terrible. So it depends on the game. Here, I was actually surprised that it actually looked good. Although when I play on the PlayStation 5 and test it out because it's using AMD, so it's FSR, it actually wasn't that good. So yeah, FSR with frame generation, make sure to tick it, by the way. I think it's disabled by default. It's amazing. So this is a good thing for this game, that it actually looks good and actually works well. Now here basically I try on Ultra and disable DLSS. Yeah, I mean, it's still playable, but I'm not going to use it, of course. This is no chance. If I want to, I need to play on medium and put NVIDIA DLSS on performance, and then I get a decent frame rate. Even then, I wasn't satisfied compared to the frame generation, which delivered more consistent results overall. So the thing is, I could have gone with the FSR and also, for example, reduced to medium to get even faster frame rate, but I didn't need to because the Ultra already looked so smooth that I'm saying, all right. I mean, it looks great, of course, and also smooth. So I just told myself I'm just going to stay with it. Now, I did mention you can actually play it on low because it doesn't look, like disaster. But this game, when you reduce its quality, it just looks not appealing and it's not appealing visually, but when it looks good, it looks terrific. That's the thing with this game, especially again when you get out of the village area. And for this particular game, when you actually see the details, it becomes beautiful. The game suddenly shines. But when you don't see the details, it's smooth. It just look a game from the 90s. Really, just look bad. Bad, it actually impaired the experience. It's not that it's like, okay, bad, I can stop. I mean, really, just when I saw it sharp, I like, wow, I enjoy being here. It was super smooth. What is that? All right, more bad news for low quality. Look at the ear, by the way, the lightning. It looked pixelated. The thing is that if you play on low, for example, the entire area in front was pixels. It was just so pixels, like a retro game. It was terrible. What is that? I'm looking at that. I'm seeing all these squares, all this blurriness and pixelated effects. It's just terrible. And it was also, by the way, I've seen on medium it wasn't great. Only when I changed to high and ultra, it really looked great. So you can see, it's such a huge difference. So the moment I turned to high, I already saw that it looks nice. Because it breaks immersion immediately. It just turned into a retro video game background, basically, and many other effects. It just looked terrible. So yeah, it impairs the experience. What I can say immediately, I just felt like, oh my god, I don't want to be here. Compared to if I ran it on higher settings, it's like, wow, this game just insane. That's big of a difference. Here, for example, FSR on high, and basically it looks much better. And the game is beautiful. The game is stunning. It already, by the way, I felt like that when I play on the PlayStation 5, but now I'm playing on PC and being able to get good frame rates. It's just a different beast. Now you can see high resolution effects and everything just blends in. It doesn't look like two separate layers, like effects and the world. you know, everything just blends in together and create a very cohesive, you know, one, just, you know, just the world itself. It's stunning. This is a beautiful, beautiful game. I already knew it, of course, when I played on the PlayStation 5. It's just stunning. Then, by the way, here you can see I'm changing to NVIDIA DLSS, and then I feel the impact because I lost the frame generation, and it's not really, you know, as it was before. And then when you have the frames, everything, it feels so organic. Your character, you know, the creature you're riding on, forgot the name. It just, that's it. That's how the game's supposed to be if you want the highest immersion. And it's by a long shot a much better experience. Yeah, so this is based on my experience. The thing is that for my Red on Steam, you know, the recommended is 2070 for the RTX and Radeon RX 6700 XT for the recommended, and the minimum is 1660. The thing is that if you have these cards based on the beta right now on PC, based on my experience, it's going to be quite limiting. I still think that people who play with FSR, with of course lower cards that I have, will still be able to get good frame rates, and that's the good thing. Maybe on high and on medium, the still game look okay. On high, it actually looks very good. So also be considering the fact that we're working on they already have a better version than what we are playing. I'm quite positive it will be good, but I know that many people are worried, and some people are probably worried about, of course, having something last, for example, on the 30 series and playing on the 20 series, or maybe on the 1660, for example, that they might not get to play the game, you know, as good as they want it to be. So we need to wait and see. I'm just sharing my opinion based on my tests. Share yours in the comment section below. Let's discuss it there. Thanks for watching.